Welcome everyone to a special midweek edition of our preview where we're going to feature the Balaklava Cup meeting where we've got a big hand across the nation. We've got 18 runners tomorrow, so we thought we'd bring you a special edition on a Wednesday. And I am joined today by Tony McEvoy, who has just got back from walking the track at Balaklava with Baron Vorster.
Yeah, hi Matty. Baron and I went and had a look. We're going to run out of time in the morning. And look, I think they presented a pretty fair track. It's going to be quick. It's quite firm, 25 degrees here today, 27 degrees tomorrow. But look, there's 8 metres of new ground and there should be no excuses. It looks very fair and pretty even.
Well, that sounds like some pretty good weather over there, Tony. The track will suit. Have you found a fast lane there?
Yes, I have. I could tell you, Matt, but then I'd have to kill you. So that's not going to work very well.
Okay, well, I'm glad you found it anyway. That's the most important thing.
No, Baron and I had a good walk, and we think we've found where we need to be.
Excellent, good to hear. So, Tony, we might whiz through all the runners and give our owners a little bit of insight into what they might be able to expect from their horses tomorrow.
Yeah, Who Runs the World? We start off in race 1. She's a talented filly, this filly. She hasn't taken it to the track yet, which has confused me a little bit, even though she's been placed in 3 of her 5 runs, I think it is. So if the penny drops with her, she's too good for this class. She's drawn 1. I think we'll be aggressive on her tomorrow. I'd like to see her control this race, and I think she'll be hard to beat in the first.
Yep, Van City Gem in the third.
Van City Gem, yeah. Look, this is a really talented unraced filly. Beautiful pedigree. She's out of a very, very good mare, this girl, and she's a gorgeous black filly with a great action. She's trolled up really nicely, Matt, and I'm taking a nice, easy road with her here. I think she's nearly probably the good thing of the program to me, provided she makes no mistakes.
So that's exciting to hear. Yeah, she's a first foal of a Group 1 winning mare, a Sankstill winner in Precious Gem. So that'll be exciting. Now, next to race 4, we've got a couple of runners here, Garam and Victory Key. Yeah,
look, two talented fillies. Garam, she's just been... I took her to the races expecting her to win first up, and she just got behind him and got off the bit, never travelled, and just didn't work it out. She just made so many mistakes and ran 50% of what I know she can do. She's had a trial since. She's got some change of headgear. She's in a visor. You'll see she'll finish in the top 2 tomorrow. And I think the only other one in the race that can beat her is my other one, which is Victoria Key. This filly was super unlucky not to go close to winning at her first start when she got put through the rail. I sent her up to the farm and gave her a little freshen up at the farm. She's come through in the coat. She looks so much better than she did the day she ran 4th. I've decided to put some blinker pacifiers on her. The pacifiers, because she sees things, this filly. She jumps shadows. So, and almost jumped the rail in her first start, as you saw. So I think she's a real talent, this one. And I'd lean to her probably over Garam in this race, but not much in it.
Excellent. Well, good luck to Suman Hedge Bloodstock there and his owners with Victoria Key, and to Emirates with Garam. Next race, race 5, we've got Our Deep Agenda.
Yeah, I took him to the races last week, second up. And... look, he got back and just had nothing go right for him, Matt. A horse just kept laying on him, and there was a rightful run there for him, but he just didn't get the room when he needed it. So he went to the line, he ran 8th, and I think probably should have run 2nd or 3rd. And as he got held up and didn't get a chance to have a race, I've decided to back him up. I've added a tongue tie to his gear. Mile, Balaklava, he'll be right in the mix. Very good each way chance, this horse.
That's great. Thanks, Tony. He's about $4 in the market. So if he deserved a bit more luck last start, he might be the bet of the day. Tony, the next one is the big one, the Balaclava Cup. I'll let you take it away there.
Yeah, well, here's the, this is last year's, this is the cover of the racing magazine, and that's last year. So let's hope we can do that again when Brown Ben won it for us last year. Yeah, look, 5 runners. It's a target race for me. It means a lot to me, this race. So we've got a very interesting runner in Sava 2XL. The guys have entrusted me with him down from Darwin, and geez, he's won 12 out of 19. He's a proper horse, this fellow, and his work's been excellent. And I gave him a trial at Gawler because he's had no real experience on turf. And he came from the last in a field of 4 and rounded up Sister, and actually went to the line ahead of her in a 900-metre trial. So he's clearly a talent, and his mile record's very good. They've thrown barrier 20 at us, which is going to make his job a little bit harder, but he's a go-forward horse, and he'll go forward. And if he doesn't have to do too much work to get in, he'll be very hard to beat. He's a good horse.
Yeah, he certainly got the visitors barrier there, didn't he? But good luck with him. That's exciting.
Yeah, the guys from, everyone will know if he's won, the guys from Alice Springs have come down, so I'm sure they'll be making a bit of noise.
They will. Good luck.
We've got Foxhall running. Foxy ran amazing first up in the Spring Stakes and then ran horribly last start, but he got galloped on, I believe, and he took off early, over racing, 4 and 5 wide, not breathing. And Barron said he felt sore behind, and he just eased him down late. Now, he was a little bit muscle sore over his hindquarters for a couple of days, but nothing's come of it. I'm really happy with him. I've put a set of blinkers on him. He'll go forward from his barrier. Barrier 17, going to be tough for him. And his record's better at 1,400 than a mile. But look, he's a talented horse. He's a stakes winner, and I think he's going very well. So I think with the right run, he can figure in the finish as well.
Great. So he's $23 in the market, Foxhall. So fingers crossed, he runs a lot better than that.
Over the odds. If you look at his, forget about last start, have a look at his Spring Stakes run, and he should be half that quote.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
Winning Partner. This is the horse I think that can win the Cup. I think 54 kilos. His form this preparation has been impeccable, and he ran. The only blemish was on that heavy 20 at Moonee Valley when they called the races off straight after his race. I've sent him up to the farm, the beautiful river property. He looks incredible. It's been the best thing for him, and his final bit of work was pretty sharp leading into this race. I think the speed will be solid, and I think he's going to be in a midfieldish position. Baron Vorst is going to count to 10 when they straighten up, and then you'll see him finish very powerfully late. I think he's a very strong winning chance.
Yeah, he's a pretty serious horse, Winning Partner. So good luck to Darren Thomas and Mr. Lee in the ownership there. What about Blowtorch?
Yeah, Blowtorch. Look, a bit of an aggressive placement. This fellow, his form's been impeccable. He's been carrying big weights, and his last 5 starts are 3 seconds and 2 wins. So I thought he deserved his chance to step up. Mile at Balak's perfect for him. He's very fit, very well, very honest. He could be a real blowout, this horse. He's over the odds in my view, even though he's got to come up a notch to win the race. I think it's very possible.
Well, that'd be wonderful. There's a big group of owners in him now through the Dare to Dream program, and they're a very enthusiastic bunch. So there'll be a few of them there. So that would be exciting for them. And yeah. What about, sorry, yep.
It really would be. I'm looking forward to it. They've loved their racing with us, that crowd, and I want to continue that.
Yeah, great. And Glentree's great war horse, East India Man.
Yeah, look, another stakes winner. He's a good horse, this fellow. He just lost his way a little bit in Melbourne, so Bruce Wilson allowed me to bring him back to Adelaide, and we rode him a little bit differently last start, rode him more quietly, and he ran well. He was absolutely fantastic in the finish. Drawn awkwardly. Wherever you see Winning Partner, this horse will be following Winning Partner, and Winning Partner will take him into the race, and it will give him a chance to come over the top. As I say, he's already a stakes winner. He's definitely up to winning a race like this.
Yeah, 100%. He's $7 in the market. about the same quote as Winning Partner and Sava 2XL. So those three should be right in the finish. Good luck in the big one. Race 8, we've got the Battle of the Fox Wedges, Wedgetail and Zeppa.
Yeah, the same brand on their shoulders, these two. So this Wedgetail, just got to put a line through him for his first up run. He was actually incredible. I think he jumped from barrier 5, and I think that was the closest he got to the rail throughout. It was a horrible race, and he was just 5 wide the whole way and still presented. I've claimed off him. This young kid, Jacob Opperman, he looks a young rider of the future. He's riding winners left, right and centre, and this is his first ride for me, and brings the horse in with a real chance. I think he'll be very hard to beat. His form lines are much stronger than this race, I can tell you, if you look at some of the horses he's been placed behind. So hopefully he can get the job done tomorrow.
Excellent. And Zeppa?
Yeah, Zeppa has been racing very well, this horse. His last start, he was actually very good. He had to do all the work early to go forward, and 2 good horses beat him in this race, beat him home, and they rested for the first half of the race, and we worked for the first half. So drawn 4, I want to give him a nice little cuddle tomorrow, just in behind the speed. He'll get the right run. He will present, and I'm strongly feeling I'm going to Quinella that race too. And I'm not even going to go as far as to say which one will win, because I don't think there's a breath between these 2 horses.
Yeah, that's good. 2 great-looking horses. They're a year apart in age, obviously, but both beautiful horses, very talented.
Correct.
Now, race 9, we've got Pay the Man.
Nice filly, done deal filly, this one. Better than her form suggests. You look at, when you're doing a form, you'll think 1,300 is going to be far too short for her, but I'm running her in this benchmark 58 at this 1,300 because it's a low grade for her. I think she's better than this grade for sure. And she's been working really sharp. So I think she's a really good each way chance in the last. But she, as I say, done deal mare she'll be better at 2,000 metres.
Yeah, absolutely. God, that's a big hand at the races. So good luck with the team there. Hope everyone travels up well, all the staff and all the horses, and have a great day. You tend to do pretty well at this meeting. I think you target every year.
We do, Matty. I've won 6 on this program, 6 of the 8 one year, and we didn't win the cup that year. So I want to win 7 this year.
I like it. I'm sure you can. Now, mate, we've got a few runners at Bendigo, a couple of really nice horses. Can we just whiz through them as well?
Yeah, of course we can.
Great. So in the first Sensational Reward, who was really good on debut.
Yeah, very good run. He made a few mistakes. He was a little on and off and didn't quite understand it all. That was on the synthetic. He's trained on beautifully. Drawn a touch awkward, but I think I'm going to get Luke to be aggressive and take control of this race from that barrier. Beautiful big track at Bendigo. If he begins well, look for him to be crossing over and controlling the race, and I think he'll be very hard to run down.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. And in race 2, we have Box on Collins, who I thought was great last start in Adelaide.
Really good. He just needs firm ground, this fellow, and he really showed that he's back in action last start. So very pleased with him. He's improved from that run. I've been struggling a little bit with his fitness because in the wet tracks, he hasn't been going. And that means he's not using himself and he's not getting any benefit from those races because he's been protecting himself on the ground that he's unsure on. So a good hit out last start across to this beautiful big track at Bendigo. It's a solid race, a very good little race, but he's a strong each way chance. Yeah,
and he's a big price there. He's $12. So, yeah, I think they might have, overlooked him a little bit in the market. So fingers crossed. Now in race... Yeah, absolutely. So in the race 5 now, we've got a horse we've been waiting to come back for a long time, a horse you've worked very, very hard on, all the team have, Sanctimonious.
Yeah, look, good story, this fellow. The ownership group in this horse need to be congratulated, and I thank them very much for showing the support they have, not only in the stable, but in this horse. He's had 3 throat surgeries, this fellow, since he raced. First one didn't work. We went back and did it again. It was okay, but they came across this new procedure which they wanted to do, and so we went back in again. So we're true racing people in the ownership of this horse, and he's come back. He's won his trials really nicely. Got a big weight because he's earned that weight running. He was unlucky not to beat the Blue Diamond winner, this horse called Written By. He ran second to him at Sandown one day on a heavy 10. And he's a very good galloper. I'm a bit unsure about what he's going to do. 1400 first up after a long time off. But I'm hopeful if he can get enough oxygen, he could just win this race.
Well, that's good to hear. Good luck. That'll be an amazing story. I remember him. He probably should have won the Big English race a few years ago as well. Before I was working for you, I was cheering him home. But good luck.
Yeah, it was a beautiful ride that day. Beautiful ride by Timmy Clark that day. I think he was 8 wide. I think he had a girlfriend on the outside fence that he wanted to see.
Well, that'll be a better story if he can come back and make amends for that. Now, Tony, race 6, a horse that is low flying. The difference.
Yeah, we're going to finish this meeting really strong, I think, these last 2 runners. This horse is a very good horse. He's talented. He just hasn't quite had the soundness that you need to get to a top level. He's got the ability to get to a top level, and I think he's getting sounder as we go along because we've been so patient. I think we're going to be rewarded by this horse, Matt, and it may even be this spring. But he's a very good galloper, and I think he can win this race.
No, I'd 100% agree. And then we have, following that is another beautiful filly, The Natural.
Yeah, gorgeous Fastnet Rock filly with a lot of talent as well. She's been immature in her knees, and that's why her form's been a little bit up and a little bit here and a little bit there. And it's but again, she's getting more mature all the time. She won impressively here on a Saturday meeting at Gawler, and then I ran her in the Lightning Stakes, and it was like just put a line through it. It was an aggressive placement, but it was on my doorstep with a Fastnet Rock filly in form. I thought the black type was worth having a crack at, but what I asked her to do at 1,000 metres, she wasn't quite up to. So put a line through that race. 1,300 metres today, drawn awkward, but we've got the great Luke Curry riding, and Luke will be very positive. And if she doesn't have to work too hard early, she can win this race too.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully you can finish the meeting strong. Like you say, it's so great to have Lukey back, riding his first Group 2 winner since he's been back in the saddle after his really awful spinal injury. Great to have him winning on Pretty Brazen for you on Saturday.
Yeah, incredible, Matt. Like you got to understand how important these guys are to us. You guys out there just see them on Saturdays, but it's what they do during the week, and the feedback that I get from a guy with Luke's experience and no bullshit policies that he has. The stable is going to really start thriving again with him back in the saddle for us.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And your insight there is also wonderful, Tony. Thank you so much for giving us a full preview of all 18 runners there. That's great insight, and I think you're going to have a huge day.
I'm looking forward to it, Matt. Thanks very much. Good luck to everyone.
Thanks, mate. We'll talk to you soon.